You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Welcome to Mr. Credit. We are live and local here in San Diego, Sorrento Valley to be exact, bringing you the most important hour in radio. We're telling you everything that they don't want you to know. I don't care if they don't want you to know. I need you to know so we can save you money. When we say they, we're talking about government sometimes, big banks, the credit bureaus for sure. We're talking about credit card companies. We're talking about Wall Street gangsters. And we've added the debt settlement companies as well, especially on Wednesdays, because we know we talk about Debt Relief Wednesdays, where we like to give you ideas on how different debt relief strategies work, which is something that a lot of people are considering these days. Padres won against Pittsburgh last night, 4-1. Play them again tonight, 7 o'clock, downtown Petco Park. You can catch all the Padres action right here in San Diego 1700. So if you can't make it downtown tonight, just turn on the radio. 1700 a.m. You get the signal clear as day, and you will see we've won 2 in a row. We've got a 2.5 game lead on San Francisco. Los Angeles is only 4.5 out, though. They've won 3 in a row, so they're kind of creeping back into the picture. But at the same time, I think tonight we'll take care of business again with Pittsburgh and continue to have at least a 2.5 game lead over San Francisco. Okay, I messed up there. The Dodgers are actually 7 behind, so they're not as close as I thought. Gosh, I'm bad at this. I will tell you one thing, though. Cincinnati Reds have met their maker this week. The Cardinals have taken 2 in a row from them, and they're up 7-0. Why would I talk about the Cardinals? Because I'm from Missouri. You guys know the only time I'm not rooting for the Padres is when I'm rooting for the Redbirds. So anyhow, the Reds have definitely met their maker as far as that's concerned. So today I want to start off with a couple of things, just very simple stuff. First of all, a very good question from someone over the weekend that I haven't been able to get to about taking these new credit card offers. Getting a credit card offer in the mail for some sort of teaser rate and, transferring balances to that card and then continuing to do that over and over so that you pay a lower amount of interest. Now, we call this the balancing act or credit card musical chairs. And here's the problem with this type of strategy. It works, right, until the music stops. And then that's when bad things happen. So, yeah, it's great. But remember, every time you transfer those over, you have to transfer it again or you have to pay it off within 12 months or they will start charging you a huge amount of interest and they will backdate it. So when it says, 0% interest, it's not 0%. It's only 0% if you pay it off. It's still accruing interest that whole entire time. And then if you don't pay it off within 12 months, then all that interest that's been accruing on the sidelines just gets dumped right on top of the balance. And you're at a very high interest rate at that point. So if you keep transferring balances around but you're not paying it down, you're just rolling the dice every single time. What if a collection pops up on your credit report? What if that happens? Then what? Then all of a sudden now your score is lower. You can't transfer the balance. You can't qualify for a new loan. Now you have to just take it. And
well, you're going to eat it whether you like it or not.
That's not what I want to see happen to you, because you'll end up losing a lot of money over it. Now, of course, if you had a collection, if you had a lawsuit, if you had something detrimental like that, if you had a medical bill that came up or whatever it may be, you could obviously, with any credit card or any unsecured debt such as medical bills, collections, credit card debts especially, personal loans, even wage garnishments. Even wage garnishments and some tax debts, you can discharge all of that in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So I'm not trying to strike fear in you. I just want you to know that strategy of transferring the balances around is great until it's not anymore. Okay, it works until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, bad things happen. Now, if you do get to a situation and get into a bad shape on one of those, because people are transferring around 80, 90 grand in credit card debt, I know this. And they're doing it a bunch, all these different cards. When the bomb goes off and this stops working, you're going to need a good debt relief strategy. And the best one for unsecured debts like that is Chapter 7 bankruptcy. You got to call William McDonald with the McDonald Legal Group. He's the best in Southern California. Get raving compliments constantly. I have listeners calling him every day. Everybody raves about the guy, and there's a reason, because he cares. He does a great job. He works with you personally, and he cares. How can you beat that? Now, when we talk about Chapter 7 bankruptcy, what we're talking about is we're talking about getting rid of all those debts permanently. So we're talking about eliminating those credit card debts, those collections, those medical bills, those wage garnishments, those judgments, everything, even tax debts, all those things, unsecured loans, all those things, auto leases, even, just a regular lease on your home. If you have a lease on a home, you can eliminate that too. You can tear it up. But you can keep the home if you have one that you own, and you can keep up to $75,000 in equity in the thing as well. It's an amazing financial tool. Call William McDonald today if you have questions or want a free consultation. Just tell him Mr. Credit sent you. 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103 to get a free consultation with William McDonald. See how much money you could save with the bankruptcy. I mean, you're talking about total court costs, attorney fees, everything, like $2,500 or less, even in some cases, to get rid of all of your debt, all of your unsecured debt. Now, you have to qualify for it, obviously, but a lot of people are going to qualify no problem. You're self-employed, you're not showing much income. Yeah, you've got hours cut back, or a spouse lost their job, an unexpected expense, especially for medical bills and things like that. You can qualify and get yourself a fresh start. So you play this game, and you can continue to play this game of making the minimum payments with credit cards or transferring balances around, but I'm telling you, the music will stop at some point, and that's when the credit card companies will think that they have you. But because you're smart enough to listen to Mr. Credit, you won't throw your hard-earned money away, and you darn sure aren't going to take your retirement funds out and pay any credit card debts with that. Whatever you do, remember, you can protect up to $1 million. You can have up to $1 million in your 401k, IRA, or any type of retirement, college fund, etc. And it's protected by bankruptcy. They can't touch it. You can wipe out your debt and keep your 401k and keep your IRA, keep your 529 college fund, your trust funds, and things like that you have established. It's really, really amazing. And that's one of the reasons I really believe in it. Not to mention, almost every single time, your credit score will go much higher. Call William McDonald today, 858-437-0103. So why is it that people who need to file for bankruptcy don't do it? What are the reasons they don't do it, and are they right? Should they be concerned? Is there something to worry about? Well, I'm going to tell you in great detail exactly why there isn't when we come back. I'm going to explain to you why, if I was faced with that situation, I would file for Chapter 7 in 2 seconds. There's a dozen reasons, and there's one thing I know I wouldn't do, and that's debt settlement, which is something that no one should ever do. We'll talk more about that later when we come back. You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700. We'll be right back.
Are you sick and tired of just barely making the minimum payments on your credit cards? Do you have any idea how many years it will take for you to pay them off? Hi, Mr. Credit here. If you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, listen very closely. Filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection could allow you to eliminate all of your credit card debt and typically only lasts about 3 months. Most likely, your credit score will go much higher afterward. The only person I recommend you speak with about this is William McDonald with the McDonald Legal Group. Call him right now. 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103. A 90-day late payment on a credit card will hurt your credit score as much as filing for bankruptcy will. So stop living paycheck to paycheck and call William right now for your free consultation. 858-437-0103. That's 858-437-0103.
This is Lisa with the McDonald Legal Group. We are a debt relief agency. We help people file for bankruptcy relief under the Bankruptcy Code.
Are you in the middle of a loan modification nightmare? Are you getting absolutely nowhere after months of dealing with a bank? Well, it makes sense when you look at the fact that only 7% of all loan modifications are actually approved. Whether you're in the middle of a loan modification or you've been turned down for a loan mod, we can help. San Diego Real Estate Solutions can help you explore your options to find out what's going to be the best solution for you and your family. Call 866-950-EASY. That's 866-950-EASY to set up a free consultation and explore all your options. We can save your credit and put you in a much better recovery position while we educate you about everything you need to consider. Why wait around hoping for a solution when you can call Real Estate Solutions right now at at 866-950-EASY. That's 866-950-EASY to set up a free consultation to explore all your options. That's 866-950-3279.